Nonsia enya ahweso ewo off kasamfoini so ebutu Taifa Johnson enkra krokasie mu na yeto pete Ghana ewiase ni mu adasa wei eyensama ekoso na wotwe mu ene afoforo no ma aba ni akeka bubom se off na wotwe mu kase bonam sonfo na akwasi amufa de Ghana nyina agima tum se ba kan kase boni mu nkyeremu a mina medikan ewo afimu mede eba ba besomwo yensem yi etwagu ewo Facebook eye off TV YouTube ubenya ho nso eye off TV sanso ena ko Google Play Store abefuntinta video no frosro na afi bo off TV download app no na mra wo phone so baby biada wo nam no odon saboswa uni ebedi nkita ho ewo ejumedie biada yedimu kase boy eye Refinery Staff International ena asomasene eda echina eye kwasiada miracle service no bekoso nonkno ene fa na jumede na sase kwapem se premo ebetuo mitumi nsafro bra Taifa Johnson baby spare parts for no na off TV baby e wono na onso bra na Refinery Staff International emesum afin samono yen share de eba bedimu akotren no ebi President Mahama ebue PET scan facility foforo ewo Accra Yebebo nsu edi ewremu ewo legal education reform bill etumi abamremu ama Ghana School of Law monopoly no aba na wieye mfie eduasia ensia achi aban akase obeye double track system efi ho 2027 emu afinsu Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia akase MPP ensuro atete a NDC fo etete won no ehu yebebo ewremu nsu ewo eye IEP ana aye pesa Ghana enya tumi pe woya ne ankasa ye form agudia yetumo afi National House of Chief ensu se sikani ho a wonu etimi adebo no ankasa eho bra abronya DC na wachimu nso no aprosifo ensa tumi kan no ewo niam bia esisimo wei ene afoforo num bia eka ho ena donhwere ba ko a edi animu musomfo na akwasi amufa medame hutew akwaba na afi metimi edi ababa besimwo mame nam honam kobra me ba metwaso edi am Mame sanso ema akwaba emfamre off na watwimu ni nyina kasebo ayede ebesomwo wabra nonsia abo off kasamfoni so afinya bre mame na memfa ensem no enkyeremu entimi emfa emawo misase na misase de afri Ghana mampanyini asoye yera John Dramani Mahama Slemu sejata ana etumi abie ye PET scan facility foforo bi wo Swedish Ghana Medical Center wo Accra ha na wakase ade yi eyenkoso kase pa wo Ghana ayaresa nsiseye emu wasi mfie pinie na Ghana fo wayare cancer ne yade emu yade no omokwa amono ne te se India South Africa UK ni America ansana wanya scan no ho ayaresa wasi ye itimi mabusuan kopi etimi eton won ejapade won asase won niema se de be obetimi age afoforo no monkwa eno na President Mahama ka se ebra na etimi edu se Ghana beje ne ho afri amono ne ayaresemu ne eni ankasa ede ye ho ato ye ne ankasa enhweseye eso na ye ntie nsema Ghana mampani yero John Dramani Mahama edituja.
For far too long, many Ghanaians requiring advanced diagnostic services of this nature have had to travel abroad, often at enormous financial, emotional, and psychological cost to them and their families. Families have had to raise substantial sums of money for overseas medical referrals. Patients have endured delay in diagnosis and treatment because the necessary technology was unavailable locally. Today we make a bold national statement that this facility must not only make it unnecessary for Ghanaians to seek such services abroad, but also make Ghana a hub for specialist medical services in our West African sub-region.
No, what you Ghana Mampani, John Chomeni Mahama, Etimi at the Abakwasem for at the Abagana, our legal education, Nimu, Nina, President Mahama, the Legal Education Reform Bill 2025, what to me assign at the Aba Emremu. Now, way at the Ghana School of Law Monopoly, Atina Ho in fear, Ebiasia and Siano, Etimi the Abano, Avier. Afi university waju wana tumu betumi ama nkrofo professional legal training na emomo so timi akwa akosia emra mfia pinie emra suku piwie LLB nanso won intumi nko professional law school numu efise baabi a omusua de no entrance system no ano eyedin pa nkrofo pi ka se ensiseye etumi ebeboa emaniama bebre ebetimi akoso na bema mofra doso na ma akwanya etumi atre na yenhwe wabra Ghana Mampani Chontomeni Mahama etumi adipen edisi nkrata so na wotumi san ye ema emrei yetumi agi atum.
Regulate legal education and ensure the highest standards in terms of legal education, but also to open up a space, for more opportunity for legal education in Ghana. This particular act has been one that many aspiring lawyers have been looking up to. So it's been signed.
So Echemu ewa Ghana Mampanyini na wachimu niema wayeye nini nsema na ye kopiemu ewo free SHS dia wuhia ene o chobox Ghana Mampanyini John Dramani Mahama etimini na ban dia tuni trim se obeyi double track system no efi hokra wabra bewe mfimpi mienu ani eduonu ensum no emu okase aban no eye adwuma ewo classroom afi kania ena nsuo ne kwanso titro ewo tifedu mantamo na wakakwaje besia mene wo ka sei omo eba besese sukuu makomaku aduonum bebi amofra ne dida se ne be betimi amakwan ama double track no etum afri ho eno ena osanso ekase transformer be 300 enso ena watumi asafo floor na double track system no wose baaye ababua ma free SHS sukufo no dodo na enya baabi koi nanso na wofo no ne achetrefo pi enya adwene se e de homa suomu nsaso etumi aba eno ena namso a omatena se adwene ho enwu se enkonkoduru afimpiemienu ne aduonu enso mu de na sa free SHS enkwada bi ko yellow green blue red white no na every ho na baba ye content.
One of the major investments we're going to make in the program that is taking over from the extended credit facility that has just ended today, and today we've come at a very auspicious occasion because we've concluded the IMF program. And we're moving into the policy coordinating instruments. And in the policy coordinating instrument, we're creating space for the investment of 1% of GDP in key areas. And one of the areas that has been identified is commercial agriculture. And the northern region has vast arable lands to host large-scale agriculture. And so northern region will be one of the main beneficiaries, including agro-processing and agribusiness. And so this is why our government is prioritizing investment in roads, irrigation, education, healthcare, energy access, and local industrialization across the northern region. Work is already progressing on critical road corridors, including rehabilitation and upgrading of trunk roads, linking farming communities to markets. We're expanding rural electrification and investing in water systems. Indeed, just to mention a few of the projects that we are undertaking, these would include already the 300 transformer.
Yeah, Yako piemu ewa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Asuye Frankatuni di Mama Yoku NPP ononso eni kandifo etumi akase achichi bia ni wa eye NDC aban ebetumi ache wonom a omu ebe slow won na okan wei ewansiamu bia woni student leaders eye enu emu na o kire se omu de enya bra omu betena ho na wei ababebo omu hu na se obi akasa edi fa mamu hu ne atumi betene dia ene Ghana kabima min kabino eso emfaso ewo hefa wose wabra na wo ye mampanya be de tire ewo nanado dankwa kufado amamu mu no ye yankofo no bebre ndisi ekitafo wona omo eye mpanifo wa ndisi party nim e kan sam bebre edi fa wo ho ono kra ne koduru bebe no ye de prekodi to practice so edi seninsam ye nya Malik Basintelema na sekan eda won ko ho ye nya Sameja mfinum tonwom kumna na doma ye radi kumna na doma ye kikan sam bebre ye obi betra TV so se ono de nka brain emfa na nado dankwa emehwefom nanso mu bia ni ho a omutimi eche wo mo efrise no nse kabima min kabi na wo ya banso na wote so a ubenya nkofo a omo bekasa edi echiawo eno ene tre se ubegina na wati omo kasa no na watumi aya ne omo pe edi ama omo na mmom ye se obechichire omo aban ba ye wachi nkofo bebre ya MPP fo edi enti ena abani chi omo a na wasanso eja wo omo enu nti o kire mu kire se achichi na ekoso no enya bra bebo omo hu ne abo omo hu china ombekoso a aka no kware
TESCON. But a huge thank you very much. This is I'm Pat Mitiasia Pa. This is a great evening to herald the training program that you are going to go through in the next few days. MPP, we believe in the youth. And Dr. Bawumia believes in the youth. I want you to be assured that this training program is for your benefit. Because we want the youth to take key leadership positions. And we cannot get you into key leadership positions if we don't prepare you for the uptake of these leadership positions. And that is why this training program is going to take place over the next 2 to 3 days. 2028, inshallah, it is going to happen in 2028. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. And we are going to work towards it. We are not going to sit down and say it will happen, but we are going to work. And that is why we are beginning the work early. And the training is to make sure that when we are in government, you will be able to occupy key leadership positions in this country. And that is where we are going to. The youth will take over the key positions as we move forward in this country. You know that the votes is largely youth dominated. 2028, as was in 2024, will be a youth dominated election. And that is why we are going to really make a lot more effort with TESCON this time around than we did in 2024. So you are about 115 institutions.
Mi boromu ewo nsamfu from ane kwako piemu ewa galamse kwa abasia oman Ghana so na efiti Ghana mampani Charlie John Rollins awanya ni baby ko edibefa entiminianum amida sumje na meleshishan Uncle Milsey edibefa mampani kufuo eso ediba Mahama Kufado Mahama Sabai okuye okukase pa yakwa ye wieda na numunu na 9 months director of operations Colonel Dominic Boa etimi akase sisi ade wo illegal miners no etimi di wo ma frinsuo mu na afi wo de wona ko responsible community mining mu ni nyane se ya bechewa na wo se nsu a na ne yatamo baabi a abanje atuma wo betimi ya adwuma ho no na de wo ma akose ho na ne buta ye nyina ene se adwuma eni honti ena mabunu no mokọ hokopama o ma nopa na o ma ba anwumre ukọ anwumre na o ma ba homache ukọ homache o mo beba nopa enam so ema ọkọ na yeden pa ni santino sisi ayachewa ebi ma wie secondary school ahodo ebi ma wie suapon ye hwe ba bia wo be fete no ne ade wakwa akwa ho se ne be ya galamse ko no eto ebetumi atwa ama mabuna ede won hoguma ese yenkwaye yensuo no yetimi de oma ba bewra ba bia emra etumi ema ho ekwan na yentie ensema panyini edituja.
From last year, I'm sure you've monitored what NIMOS has been able to do. It wasn't easy when we started somewhere in May, June last year, where there was galamsey everywhere, and we wake up, the media space was flooded with galamsey issues. But ultimately, I think we've seen what NIMOS is doing, and the media is also been carrying the news. We try to, especially along the roads from when you move from Accra to Kumasi, it was very nasty. When you move along the road, there was rampant galamsey. We tried to control that. And then the water bodies, we've tried so hard, but then it's something that has been on for so many years, and therefore it become a livelihood. And when you are tackling such challenges, you need to be diligent. You need to be careful, because you can't take off people's livelihood without giving them alternative. And that's why, as you monitor the Responsible Cooperative and Skill Development Program, they are also registering. They've done a lot of registration. We are almost certain of to engage them, the miners, I should say, because once you register them, they don't want to call themselves galamseyers. Of course, they are miners because they become cooperative miners. So we are trying to shift them from the water and then put them into the cooperative mining, which
so ena aye etumi ahwehwe se Ghana etwase etumi nya tumi kase pa ewo ye former gudia yetu no eho na ne nyina no eye godful se e watakwa omulis no ebe so eye afimpimienu aduonu nso yimo eno na former chief justice Sofa Yakufu ekase Ghana etwase eye abodinde anyame adiama yen eye former gudie no ye ne etumi nya so emfaso na mom ye tabiri ne adiama kwasi broni ye adiama Newmont fo na ye adiama Angli God Asante ye adiama Jagara no so omu M2 no omu my royalties 7%, 8%, 2%. Ye wi asa komo akwa jebesia. Enam se ye de anti. Ena trade ampo Nyankopon etimi ededom yen. Se ye ntu ya de. Edi anti ne kwata bia kwasi broni betu. No wi ode sikani na akọ nikromo. Eno na o kire mu se we aba na wi ye ewo Godfuls. Omo ne Ghana sese emu a. Eni kwasa aban no sa tambiem edema wonom. Yamfama Ghana for ni eni ankasa yenye yade yentie nsema ya mame justice chief former chief justice Sofa Yakufu edituja.
The Institute of Economic Affairs has noted with profound concern recent statements by the chief executive of Goldfields Limited, Mr. Mike Fraser, indicating that his company has formally applied for a 20-year extension of its current mining lease at the Tarkwa mines, which expires in April 2027. And he is now very actively engaging key government officials in pursuit of such approval. We are equally aware of attempts by Goldfields Limited to court the support of traditional authorities in Tarkwa and its environs for this proposed extension. The IEA considers the requested lease renewal or extension, whatever they choose to call it, to be deeply inimical to Ghana's long-term economic and strategic interests, and therefore calls on the government to soundly reject this.
So ejremu ewa galamsey ensensemu ni nan environmental NGO Erocha Ghana ni illegal mining ehu ensensem ayenamso ma EU ambassador Edima Ghana Runis Canibet etimi do moni kwhwe ye ewo chebi na wabra omutimi edru hono eno musi oman Ghana senesi siemo nsase Monkwaya animu nso akwakodu ene Ghana mo omobo ewo mfie edi animu ninya se kwaya no yato atuagu na omo office echipe eho ena ye gadamse na chese ayehupa enumu ena omo rese omo bedo metumi bia na gadamse no etumi akofom na omo sra Ghana ban sa on fine bra emfa engu fom emo ye nhwehwani mu so we ya ndisi ni we eye MPP ni entie ne mija we na machi we on fam na nya adwuma sanso no se yeyo aye krado se omo beboa Ghana ekono ama ko bia man Ghana enem afa galamse no yetumi edisu enkunim na yentie ensema yeyo ambassador edema man Ghana ana o Ghana memha Runis Kanibach etumi edituja.
So before coming here to the Chiva forest and in the Kibi area, I'd heard a lot about Galamsey. Today we have visited a couple of sites. We've seen what it does to nature. We've seen also the conditions under which people are working. And we have started to understand the complexities of the Galamsey file. We know that there is a strong commitment to do something about it. We know that there are problems with enforcing also this framework which has been laid down. And today we have seen or partly understood why. We can see whole communities benefiting from Galamsey, but in the short term. We've also seen, and we can see here around ourselves, the effects it has on nature. And on top of what we can see, we know that it's polluting the water bodies. 65% of the water bodies in Ghana are now polluted due to Galamsey. We know that it has effects on the health of the workers, but also of the regular Ghanaian consumer. Clearly, it has implications for governance. Clearly, it has implications for corruption. Clearly, it has implications for security also. So it's a very
Miko akakopiemu ewa Ghana sika toto samfo hwesofo ani diane ato forcing ena etumi ede ensem abatuja efa value for money mrafo fro a aban etumi ade nensa asase no ena okache se webebua ama aban contract bua mroso no etumi efri ho wose emfie pinie ena Ghana for yesufa contract ne buo eya den edodo ho na wose office adwuma pa eba be ye ntino ebeji Ghana sika bebre na etumi age oman Ghana edi esi ho eno no se ohwem se eniema pa bia de twasom digu akwan mu ema contractor kwabrane age na wadibi atodo ubekọ na kwan no a waye no utimu say yes we ye kwafo kwatantan ekwan ya enkoye nanso no age hu sika na wadi wo ho aban foforo sisa aban ba na contractor we yaba aya di kwan we mame ena akwakoba sei na we ye mra eba be isane ma no edi afiro yentie ensema sika toto samfo ato forcing edi tuja.
President this morning signed into law the Value for Money Office Act. This singular signature and assent will mean that going into the future, the Republic of Ghana and the government of Ghana will curtail public sector expenditure that has actually risen as a result of overinflation of government contracts. What we seek to do going into the future will be that we will set up the office, and all single source procurement will have to go through the Office for Value for Money. In the past, the legal division of the Ministry of Finance has been the one that conducts Value for Money office. They did not have the requisite skills and ability to deal with Value for Money. And so what we've done is to properly institutionalize the Value for Money office. President Mahama, as part of his campaign pledge, promised to establish the Value for Money office, and today he has graciously assented to it following Parliament's passage. I want to use this opportunity to assure the people of Ghana that the menace of public sector pardon of contracts and overinflation of contracts will be curtailed by this signature. What we seek to do is to use the next 6 months to properly constitute the office, nominate
Namika Sakasebo ya Refinance Sapo International ene kwa mimu edachina eye kwasiada Miracle Service no ebekoso wabrano nkono abo kopem se premo ebeba pem si mediasa ewo Taifa Johnson bebi as papers for no wana omochi hwa ena ebutu asori kama urema emuntia no kra no bema ho etimi ato bra na yansom senchani ahwehwe no efie ha enewo metwa nsam no so ekwakopiemu ewa pomudin ensemu enimu nkoso nina no eya oswafo no enhwe Ghana ya pomudin anakwa wosa enho eso kwabena minta akano the doctors miensa ni midwives enum etimi akokaswa mother and child hospital na nina no eya baba wabia menuka say awoka na yedi nani kwakire mu wo ho na enam anesefo nkokwasa eniema mo ye yentino ohwe ne kra ehwe ne bakra enam so ma asembe ye hintan ewo manga ne mu a obi bia de na no tumu a yetwe hu committee na enum nu ene ba ye yetimi ahu se esi yesesa ensese ye wo ho mu enti doctors a omo ewo ho no a omo ye eniema ensem fata no ye yi omo afri ho ade miensa ana akọ afi midwives nso no yasadi num akọ akaka ho na we bema health workers ni etimi enya anidaso ewo adwuma ni mu ama etumi aboa sanso na wona adwomboni se omutirim se ho de okwa a doctors form ho nurse form ho no etumi asesa o matchene edi efri ho yenti ensema kwabra minta kano edi tu eja.
They made me aware that they are overwhelmed and so they need more staff. So the problem they enumerated, those I can solve instantly. I have directed that about 3 medical doctors should be posted here with immediate effect. I have also directed that they should post 5 midwives to this facility. I have also directed that about 5 of their orderlies must be mechanized with immediate effect. I have directed that they give me a list of health equipment, medical equipment, that within the next 24 to 48 hours we will supply them, and a number of issues that came up. I have directed them to make sure that from tomorrow they start changing the narrative at the mother and child. We must see people responding to clients, patients at the entrance here, directing them where to sit, engaging them. They must make a senior health professional available to patients, where they will direct them where to go and what they need at the facility. I've seen their cameras, the CCTV cameras, that they should make sure at every point in time the CCTV camera.
Mi kopiamu ewa banu dania ono ene share amayoku NDC suo national chairman Johnson Asiedu nkatia ana etumi agina simpie eni bema suo wabla otimi di nani etremu ewo bupenum na okasa edifa thank you to Ghana for etumi atu aba ediama NDC aban na yewra tontomani mahama edi enimu na woni kasa yemu no na wotrese ensiseye ne niam homo ye nyina no boa oman Ghana for na NDC aban ayo maznese omo bema Ghana for enkoso emoa ensiseye pa se ne be yatimemu ni bia ebetimi enya so emfaso na yentie ensema amayeku NDC banu Danny Johnson Asiedu nketia de General Mosquito odi tuja
ebaifu ba anunti ya basremo bi aban bia ni wa emfomso emma ne ho yese bia heaven na nyankopo amammu no emfomso maso na wiase ha de ya de bonyafo ni egu ha enti bibia ni wa ya beya mistake kakra emma ho na sade nipa adwene esitie no se wo ware oyere na se dabia ne mfomso na odi wo betwe wadwene akoso a wuntimi mpa oyere no dabia wo sia no a wadwene wo ba bia oyam mfomso no nko a ebise ema ye ware wo mo a etoda bia wo mo nkwan a wo mo ye nkwan denti ne ware wo etoda bia na ho afa odinam kromo a ye ka se general ireni enu ni egyina so ware obi so sa wo fe o nkwa nye de o anaju business no enu na ono na ni je ho enu ti no eyezu enu ti obia ni ade a ope ewo ne yire ho enu ti sa wo ho na dabia wodi wadwene ko enkwanda no ho se enu ti na me ware me yire enti me de so dresi yo on dresi yo onye bibia wa najo me de me yafuru nkwa na yame enti dabia o me aduani di a me pa me yire a dabia wo ba o yire no se awo fenti na ware no a wodi wani eto na ho ofe no so na dabia obi abonte ni e kamfo obia iruri be na yire ho ofe se na wani age a ani wani aduani amawo so be kwa kodidi chopa o wo be didi se wanya bibia amawa najo wo be ji atum na wo de ba bia wonya wa hoto ani se ye be bodi aka se asumasi yire ni ana de anaju business nti no ware no se oba no ho afo se woni ma aduani no o oni de oba mpaye da bia ni se ade be santem anu ti no Saudi wajere eko de o
Yabo Aremu ewo National House of Chief omo ena omo hwehwe omo fa hodie ni nyina no National House of Chief sesi ahwehwe wonankasa ahofadie ewo budget mu na no ena banu Daniel woda wona no oje awoho ya ojebi otosomienu eka se wodi won ese minister bi ase na ete won tumi so oka se fi PNDC abraso ena wotu won every ministry ba kumu ede akwa fufuro mu emprepi wasi se wo she minister of local government ase wasi we ma omahini enu entumi emfa ne ntoma pa entumi emfemfra okasa hini yoman no fa titro enti asese wonya wonankasa tumi ene wonfa hodie na eno ena otrese abano emfa mra emfangu fom na wontimi ente won ho se de beya ono ankasa betimi anya wonfa hodie e won sika semu na consolidated fund etwase sika etimi apie fremu ba no enya abra sika no beto mu ntam enam so mabasabasa ye kasakasa e wahenie mu kwa na ekoso ye ntie ensema oje ahoho yaw jebi otosumie on a president at the National House of Chief etimi editu ejo.
But that the institution which is established by the constitution supposed to be funded by the consolidated fund, being starved of funds to a point where it comes to, it becomes anemic and suffer death. You look at staffing of the traditional councils. A time was in the whole of Ashanti, there was only one bailiff at post. And there are about 35 traditional councils in Ashanti. Now, look at the harm that this can lead to. If you get somebody who is not a bailiff, accredited bailiff, to go and serve a summons, the person may take it all right, but tomorrow may raise in a point of law that his service was not properly done. It's a major due process because it was not served by a competent bailiff. And for all that you have done, it comes to naught. Staffing, there are lots of people who are looking for jobs. Can't the staffing levels at the traditional councils, at the national House of Chiefs, regional House of Chiefs be strengthened to lubricate the wheels of justice that we are operating? A time was when legal advisor retired, and it took quite some time before we got somebody to Justice my friend Usasa to come in and serve as counsel for the registrar. Can't we have a symbiotic relationship where you can have the AG's office seconding, personnel to the Houses of Chiefs to act as legal consultants or as legal advisors. Because when we started hearing judicial cases here in 1975.
Now what you munso ye to me ekwakwachi abronye DC na menu kasai ya dina akwakwachi mu na what you mienu se na what you mienu echi ne yebeyi na pie na yetumi adi ne nsam na sam ni nyina ene se abronye etumi ekasai editia atemuo adwuma edi otemuafo anim etumi eye efom ekan sama anim etumi edi kire no eno na yeche no ena koto sha ne nda se onsam fa na nime pie mu se ne be ya ensam ne wo ho no ye betumi aka na ebrani du ye no abronye entumi anko na numu ena yetimi akwakofa no a menu ekasai wakwakodi aban kukum a ene odasu ehyemu kopim se na wochimienu no ebedu a yebeyi no apie na yenhwe de okasa etumi ekire nsemu a ne ekoso na nitia no otimi edebo mangana fo.
Oh, the details is arrest about Adenta Seki Court judge allegedly almost say Abronya aka asamati judge so ntina almost chi baba amandu last time no so almost frɛ Abronya but na no ho dodo no nti Abronya so na no ho fa no so tu kwan kakra so oba na oba report here nti nena almost say ombra court oba na omo man 2 weeks remand of police custody into the ACR.
And the proceedings were inside they are different from arrest no machinana.
No, about the judge Adenta Seki Court Abronye can't sim
that is bench warrant.
No. He himself reported until almost the court detention.
No, what you oh my Ghana anti asemde edifa marasebedwani di ma asante achim north. Call me or hine frimpon menuka say our detention mu ewo Schiphol airport one Netherlands na ninyane say yensa so nipa chi na papaya muhunu wakasamfoni sui onenim na sebedwani adima asante achim north na ninyane say FBI etumi aso nipa chi a omotre se be yemfie mienu nie ena omodi na chi na no na yensam a epia bonten a ayentete yede enam so mamra sebeja emusa hene tumi agiatum se twaso tumi na ni kopiemu e wo Netherlands na afi ensam eso mkotena se akwaka no omatimi akwaka mra sebeja fie wode ensam pote no omatimi amfa matudwa na mom ni abiba mo kire akosi broni fa ne se allege yetete ene se papa ya wodasi romance scam ene oya na wa se oba ni nufu nu nkran ba no adi nkomo na wotwa college na wagidi atum frosa hodo ene niama ekoso eno na timamufo se dabi omunji ndi sabrantie kama obetimi ayesei frise ni nyoma hodo awowo sika awowo no enya bra obetimi de ni hu agimu enti ebia no mo ye entafo we na ye kakra na pani no ene ya kye no omukohwe fie wa se wono ankasa eno no omukase we de eyani wo de ma Ghana na afin so no we yi ebema amrofo no anakwasi broni a opese otumi ade ne ho bese Ghana economy nim ye from say investors na etumi kwaso no ebetimi abomu fi semra sebedwani a woye niama enye eno enenam so a menu ka sei etwimra sebedwakuo no aso wewe enti ene ba no dania oda no yewra advancement babin se ordinary etremu ewo Netherlands na ensama ewo hono ono ankasa akwakotie bi de nani akosha bi siese agene ba Ghana ha yebeje yade etumi de no aba mi komu ewo nsafufuro ma ne yakwakopie mu ewo Ibrahim Mahama papa we ebasa yemwo nipa wona enibie wona ewuo adoya akoma nyame edi adom no na woye nipa se eno enenam so ema abrantie bia ono South Africa eya wona ye pam wonum se omunni nkratasam woma ye pam wonum se wo ye Ghana ni ko Nigeria ni ko ufri eye Togo Beni Ivory Coast Zimbabwe Mozambique yempewa so wokrato ni krata enam so mo kɔ ne so a ebeje ntrehe ewa ba fontinta fidie su nia sinyina no me ne wo ka sei ye Ibrahim Hama atabisika eye 200,000 Ghana cedis titisika no 2 billion etumi dia mane se onfa endi ejuma se ne ebeya ebetumi aboa no na ejuma onfa ni se sisi amenu ka sei obia cement any bro factory edi amano se de be obetumi atonton niema software and hardware na wa upe binom ukọ ne nchen a watumi anya bi onso we beboa no emotumi ahwe ne ma ani na busua Ibrahim Hama Ghana fo yina ne se mo osi ade yo ne mo meja udidi anu aka wo ma nyame ensira ye hwe ne etimi ekos.
So that if there's any other people like, let them all come back home. I mean, it's almost 230. Let them come. There's so much opportunity there for them. If it's to find seed money for them, it's better. Out of the 200, even if you help them and 100 do well, it's better than you get what I mean. You know, Ghana is not a broke country. It's just that we don't know where to put our money. You understand? There are people who really need just small help. That help I got, that 10,000, I'm looking to see how many people, but the people are not disciplined. You give somebody money, I've given somebody money, the person was struggling somewhere, I met the person, how much in the country? And then okay, oh, I want to do this. Next thing the person is enjoying the money. You understand? Next thing the person is, but this man, if he does well today, my children who are younger, tomorrow he would tell them that your father is a good man. Your father helped me, so possibly tomorrow he's sitting somewhere. He also can help my children. You get, but we don't look at the progress. The problem that makes me sit away even from the public is that most of the people are not disciplined. You create a business for somebody, the person is making profit. At the end of the day, he made about 900,000 Ghana cedis. That's $90,000. The person is going to buy, enjoy the money. But in my discipline, I'm expecting that the person will put the money back into the business. You know, it's a discipline. Ghanaians can be good business people, but
Namika Sekasebo Refiners Tap International and the Kramimu Eda Echina Eya Kwasiada Kwasibloni Fan Sunday. Na Kwasiada Nyadua Eyo Sum Kasia Fan Miracle Service. Enti wa Vision Centrani Ewa Brabomu. Sebia would a loss of job, lack of job, disappointment, setback. Promise and fail, delay in marriage, delay in childbirth, udia poverty, and answer udiani, udana to me be no better, sex in dream, bad dreams, upese through amount, and if I want to more Refiners Tap International, eda yakwasiada, wabrano panon kun abo, a copium say, premo ebeba pemu simediasa, unyani Christo bebo impunimpu, ewo fidemu ha, or hanya maniani nano, ebeko, suwano aswane sobre, na wakomulibu. Omra Refiners Tap International no obema won ahome Taifa Johnson ene ebutu baby off TV ewona ehona sorry kese ewo we see Taifa Johnson na omotonton spare parts ho niam ho na chiwa ena yewo ubusa akropanyino so hwe sofo gidigidia ye betro mi ransam fufuro ma na kwakopiemu ewa santemantamu ye kumase eno na suspect bi etumi agu ye police officer CID officer emekopa yetimi di agu nani wabra na offer call transfer mu na papa na din say o si edwane ye de ne tra abobo ye mu na so nya asam na yenka na Ghana baby ye kwakodi enipa wodi boni edi na sese emfa no kofa abobo ya se mokonu se wotonu wa ye kejetio se wotonu ewo prempe asamre ho court wo se ene se ni bottom no de koya obinim odini trema odini ba omudru sumpa efamanimu anu as officer how are you was I am fine officer was yes I tapu sawani was there be officer wudi aduane na moko wo ma aya na eya wo ya na eya wo de was se moko de edo so na eya wo ya mo ene meme bia kwani one of friend officer shade eno hu ye fu officer ni so ene be ha akoye si wo dwane ene officer se da bi mi koye no me kire kalat na me sua karat ene wodi akoyi eto fom no tia ne bo nwe ene ma ne so ne sade ni sema ye de ne ekoye na ye hwe se ne ekoso ewa Asante Mantem
Onya makwano he o de mi ni ya na mo abotre mo mo ba ba ku ba palo mo ati si papa
Mekuno de aguna ni no.
Boy, rubber boy. Chuki no moto na me just go boy.
Famiano, stupid over baba kuno. Kuri me kwa papa na ni.
Mitwasu ewan semfu from na ya kwa kopiemu ewan nana osai asante bedi atuo. Otosu mienu ono ena ebo mrantia ni maba wakoko. Se classroom broker enam olam so ababesi ama womu eye fufuro kra no. Ewo kwamamu no ompe se mrantia eni maba wadi beye hotel. Yase dada na ewo hono obeko na abrantie wache obi ababa wa no de na kuntru ho na osane sisi achi ene kafrika cho no ya nani aye rete na obeko ababa wa na ene pizza yi na sinchen na kwaku sinchen ho ni hotel na omobo kwabrani tumisia wasimi hu minan ho aye wi besi na de twam nsum kwan ne se ubeko tete ni akwanya ewo ho no na kwabrani eja ne nan ede asisuo se ya yamtuo se ya ne eden ohura ehoro te se watamakonya no akwakoto atwene eno ena obokokọ se sisia opese mra eye adwuma na abrantia wunim na musuo bebo ababa wa wunim ni adokwakwofo mba ho ye dokwakwakwotena eye dex so na wodi ane de yama osame akwaban ene yeso mu a aban mra no enu ebedi na yenhwe ensema na nan etimi editu eja
a school dive for a city eso and nyamu obia bisa se ye krae rendi nya ye nyanso so de ya na ese ye ye hwesu yi yo ye bo ho ban yi yo na momo ne se ye ti ase ne se enye hotel yo enye guest house yo enye Airbnb yo ye dan isi man se ye mesue mu a yo ana kasa se ne be ya ehun entochima yo ne becha mayi yo emra wo dan no yo no mu wa obeto mra ne die okasa se ne man emra ne ti bia e do be faso emra wo dan no yo aha nye ufie yo aha nye hotel yo aha nye guest house yo ana waye ne awankasa wo pe makasa e o mana ade yo enya ha ne be no mai cigarette enya ha ne be no wi yo enya ha ne be party yo enya ha ne be no monsa yo ya ba esi man se eye adisua dan a ya metena mu sua de eno nko a ne de be ye yo bibi aba burusu bia watomra yo ra wo dan no yo no ni mu wa obetomra ne de okasa se ne man emra ne ti bia e do be faso yo utomra ni kan fra oba himfie yo na ne ho no ya de apemo
yewemu ewo donhwe ba ku ensemi na mde Ghana fo ewemu ewo oman Ghana ya sitiramu sen yesibi eton eniema na yeto eniema bo ebua makwabrane ya sitiram timi junuo se ofa sen otua ni masuku fisi wakwa ya lesabia na otua kosibloni fani se medical bill ya di amahu na utua no eno ne sisi first quarter na aba na wieye na second quarter idi oman Ghana yemfa yensangu ye tifise niema bo ebe kosropa ya social nkrata so economy ne de efe na emom wudru joma ena obehu mokobuo ubehu ntosi bayre ne banchi udi nkwada ni kosuku a ena ubehu ukotope student bidie gas ya ena obon say yes so oman Ghana modern pa aketia yaje no ene ejom no enko na no no mu kire mu se omude omani kire monten so ene nipa bebre efidua no bebre ena omoji nsam di from ho ena omudi aba betudwa se yense yesapo mu nsuo na 2026 mu ni aka oman Ghana ene mabo besa kosopa ya nsha Ghana ha ebuburo bini ene bi mu ebedie yentie nsema omudi tu ejo
komono ye find the cost of living senia ye sika sem ni ye dwadie ene ye fitina mu ka ye bo ye de hwe ye ma na ye de hwe ye ho no senia tie asat first quarter yi ti from January ye si afinfi ase akosi bosomo ye toso miensa ne kwa awie no kwa awie na ye ti si mu kokobisa omanfo ne nsem ni nyina mu no ye ne omanfo efidia mako 4155 ene ene mu kasa ya ho so ya di abayi na ye ko nkru mako 2135 communities within these 8 regions na ene mu ko transborn ko ma ye de ne free mu e ba ye tudwa no ne free mu ba ye ni bi ne se Ghana for a baby a channel Mukas, oh, the Sia de Obani year, or the 2024 to 2025 no one. Safo ne sorti. A free or hamu to more do see or 3.3 Ababedu, a dunso, a 3.9. Now, if you waba, one more, almost say, a mind more a day and I say cost of living, near my boy, if you be able to know cano, a costro pano, or more a dia 9 or 48.2. And I want more Mukase, a mining more junior about 28%. It took a car one more Honoho, and the moment of mining more a junior boy from me, I didn't in Accra now the kaboom. Now for the more Musso mining more a day, so kaboom. One more Musso mining more jono. Omudo so bro, or no Musso mining more I don't know, with only 3 percentage points. I dear extra, and they say, or mining penny for no. Etlase na wonu mu anu musu 2025 yes 24 no esote no na wonu so manu mu aye den no foro kosoro amene wonu mu so
aha ene brebe ma me kwan na wotwi mu ensam ahodo ekoso na esoso no musonfo na akwasi amofa de Ghana ina aginatum se ba ka kasiebo ani emunchiremu pa me ena midikan ya tabla basobode edi abome ni ina ne se wana ete brofo no etena kasamfoni hu a ote ne brofo ne otitwi nso etena ho a otitwi na se yede bo ba ko ena ekum enomamie no Ghana ha of TV nkwane ya sane ma no kasebo no yebetiremu ewotwi nemum ne yebebo no emfoni na abehwe no eye brofo ni senti no untitwi na brofo homa unti brofo nso a ya kiremu otwi sene esibi etie ensem ya chegu yo Facebook eye of TV sanso ena YouTube ehonso na of TV uko Google Play Store of TV app ne da ho download the Fabra phone so na ntumi mo na mom tie na men so say Refiners Tap International ena ekura mi mudi won toma ba media no won ayese kotokro ana asorobo a omoma me kotokro enkafom empenifo nze say kwachi ade eyefe ana nkwanchen ade eyefe ye de sika ena eyo ni na ne say eda china osom kase bekoso eyo Refiners Tap International kwasiada aye Sunday na ni nyina ne say wo hwehwe nsantirani no epuru no ebue efie ni punu na bie ama obi a enkankan ni wo ahukirem amaniem eka opefa hudie ni sente no fa woni chiremu ewo Taifa Johnson enkran krokasie musia busase o hwehwe osofo gidigidi ana of TV akodo panyino obiara ebe kirewo na ubanso a osom na chi no nyame nam na ko so wo bie nani ebie na so ama no tumi anya hoden wohunu echirade eka ne ne hunu ne de eka ne ne hunu echirade eka ne 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 diane Apostle Paul Kofi Odro woni ne betranse ba ko ne ba ko so na niema ehinta wo no nyame beda ne di ede akira no fisoni Nyankopon ensi anemu na afi wa manu pumasibre se ye huhumu ana hunemu temeto men safro me ya danse die onso bra ne be di adanse se ye Nyankopon no Apostle Paul Kofi Odro Yesu no ani di ni twedi ampon totorobo nso no se wo ya ade ye no sesa sebre enina mame mfa wasu na me ma o ya mame happy birthday ya mame Abigail Tahilu ene se me mfa ma na ya mame deputy chief nursing officer ewo Pokuase Health Center Rahinatu Salifu happy birthday entimi nkomo nyame shraw na wanya okese onton supan fangu so wonyu fra dumu kwa dumu na wanya otisabe o manfa so bebremra so ewrade nya wo se edua bia fa ni se Lebanon si de dua si Lebanon sa na won so Nyankopon enshraw ya maame Abigail Tahilu ene se memfamro betu watachiman wonso mechiao ana akwa oba mo fe nyame shraw no nya okese onton supangu so na ne wo ye nyina entumi enyeye zifa wo weja wonso ntiakase enkonfama antirita USA anti-Rita Mechiao Nyamin Shaw no more fasunum 7 June birthday Minister Monica Prophetess onso ntiakase enkonfama Minister Eugenia Nyamin Shaw no nyakase woni makunta ene emofra ni nyinada onso mechiama mapabu ntiakase enkonfama afi Cynthia Mauto Ewrade Nyankopon kokoma ompejao oba ahofe MD service for nyinada mechiamo mo amudi messages ahodo eba ye Titro ani Idrisu Isaka wonso ntiakase enko emfama Nana Pokua Anita Semete and Chiakasi and Felicia Sewa onso Chiakasi and Confirma. Mebrano, Eltumianas Nana Asamwa. And I didn't run from them. Ejuma Ubo, Nana Yamisho, on your Cassia, we brutal. Never Radian Ponton Sufa and Fangus what you see, and yes, ye catch the war. Adam the Ghana for Sinyamipa, Eda, a Chuada, Anopa, Nuncia, Messanso, Abawakim, Nima Obibia, Monisha Adesia, Ghana and Cos.